Hey friends, welcome back to Trinity DIY 29. I'm back with another video. In this video, guys, as you can see, I'm out in the garden. I have my potatoes. This is the perfect time to plant your potatoes, is around March, at least in my area. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick how I'm going to plant these potatoes up. Now, I'm not going to be planting all of these because I only have one bucket that's ready, but I just wanted to show you guys how I go about doing it. So right here, guys, I have a 5-gallon bucket from Lowe's, and I have about a 1-inch hole drilled on the side. I like to drill the hole on the side for the potatoes just so that there's still a little bit moisture that's left in the bottom, but not too much moisture so that the potatoes don't rot. As well as if you put your holes on the bottom, then you'd have to water it a little bit more often. But so right here, as you guys can see, I have maybe, let me see, maybe about 6 inches of dirt inside of this bucket. And what I'm going to do is just amend the soil for what I'll be growing. So right here, I have a little bit of blood meal. Now, blood meal is really good for leaf growth and leaf development. So I'm just going to add in a little bit because I'm using soil that I've grown in before. So I'm just going to dump in a little bit, not too much. And then I'm going to work that into the dirt. Now, if you want, you can use like I do have, where is it? A shovel. And you can just mix that around. Okay. Because we want our plants to start off nicely. We want to get the tops of our potatoes to grow so we can get that leafy growth. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in bone meal. Now, bone meal is very important when you're growing any type of root vegetable or any type of bulbing type vegetable, because this is going to give you really good bulb growth. So if you're getting small radishes, guys, or you're noticing that a lot of the stuff you're growing is small, like radishes or carrots, most likely you need to add some bone meal. And I'm telling you guys, adding bone meal, you will see a big difference. So I added in some bone meal. You don't got to be that precise, but I'll say I added in about maybe a half a cup of bone meal. Mix that in there. That's going to help our potatoes get a nice size, because last year I didn't have good success with my potatoes getting big. So after I've added that in, I'm going to go ahead and pick my seed potatoes. Now, if you want, you can do a mixture of different types of potatoes, different colors. And I think that's what I'll do, because I want to have like a medley of like baby potatoes. So right here I have the blue seeded potatoes. 5-gallon bucket, I'd probably put no more than 4. 4 may be too much, but I'm going to go for 4. And I have other buckets as well, so I can go back and plant some more. I was just ripping out this bed, some of the plants that went to seed. So I'm going to fill this, because over time, guys, if you notice, your boxes and your pots will lose dirt. So let's go over back to our potatoes. I'm just going to get some of these blue ones. I'm working with one hand. I didn't feel like bringing a tripod out, guys. And I'm just going to cut this open. The cat wants to plant potatoes too. Say hi, Kylo. He's too busy eating grass. Like, he loves to eat grass for some reason. I be trying to stop him. But I did grow cat grass before in that area, so maybe it's just some remnants. So right here, guys, are my seed potatoes. So basically what you want to do is you want to take your potatoes. Well, you know what? Let me just get all of them out first. That might actually be helpful. So right here, I have a red Norland seed potato. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this open. Get me my potatoes out. You want something with a nice root on it. Like these are nicely rooted out. So I have 2 red, 2 blue, and then I'm gonna open up this. Now, depending on the bucket size that you guys grow in, if you want, you can harvest your potatoes early as baby potatoes. This one doesn't want to cut open, of course. I'm gonna tell you guys the name of that. Give me a second. So get up in here. And we're literally, it's like 60 something degrees out today. It's like 66. So this potato is called the Russet Burbank. So I'm gonna take 1 red, 1 blue, 1 white. And what you're gonna do is you want to plant these roots side up. Now, if you have roots on, say for instance, if I had roots on this side too, I could cut this potato in half and plant it with the root side up. So you don't have to plant full potatoes. And I'm just gonna go like that. And you want to place it with the rooted part sticking up. It's very important. And I'm just gonna cover these up like so. And then I'm gonna get my other potato. I have my little white potato or russet into the dirt it goes. And let's see, I'm going to do another red, maybe somewhere in the middle. So this should be fun to watch this grow because it's going to have a lot of different colored potatoes. So as you guys can see, I have my potatoes in there, and all I'm going to do is take a little bit of my fresh potting dirt because this already has fertilizer in it. So I'm going to go ahead and get a handful of this dirt out. I'm just going to throw it on top. So that's what we have, guys. Nothing too crazy. And I'm just going to go over here. And this is the important part. You really, really want to water your potatoes in real good. And right now, this is, I'm going to spray this down. And this actually, guys, is I'm spraying it down with a fungicide because this is some dirt that I used last year. So it's just fungicide that I sprayed into here with the dirt. It's not going to hurt the potatoes, but if there is any, say, parasite or any type of insect that nested in there or any type of fungus or anything, that my potatoes will be okay. And I am going to go ahead and cut this water off. Try not to get too wet from it. But yeah, guys, my potatoes is nice and watered in. So the only thing I have to do is walk this to a, let me use the handle. I'm going to walk this to a sunny location in my garden that I know gets a lot of sunlight. So that would be, I know that right here is good for, has a lot of sunlight. So I'm going to go ahead and put my bucket right there. And I'm just going to leave it right there. And then over the days, I will be coming out here and like looking around sunset to see exactly where the brightest part of my yard is, which is going to be your south-facing part, which is right, for me, is right around like here. It's a weird angle, so I can't really plant stuff directly in the walkway. So, but this side of my garden does really well. This side gets shaded a little bit later on during the day. So now, guys, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to put these potatoes back in. You don't want these to get wet. You don't want these to sit out or anything like that because you want to prolong the life of these. And then tomorrow I'll probably come out here and plant another batch of potatoes, or I might wait. You know what I might do? wait like another week or 2 weeks and then come out here and plant more potatoes, so that when I harvest that first bucket, I'm not harvesting like 3 buckets of potatoes, because you plant all your potatoes at one time, they're all going to be done at the same time. So if you succession plant, which is something I really want to work on this year, then you will definitely end up with a nice amount of plants, a nice amount of potatoes, and you'll get potatoes throughout the season because they all won't be maturing at the same time. So I'm just going to go ahead, guys, and I'm just going to put in a few seeds, fill up, probably plant these containers right here. I have my bird netting because the birds are obviously the culprits of the reason why nothing ever really grows in here, because they steal them. So make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe, and I will be back with another video.